Hello everybody. Today's learning goal is finding the radius or the diameter. We're looking for the radius or the diameter of a circle. We're still dealing with circumference. So yesterday I told you the radius or the diameter and you had to find the circumference. Today I'm going to give you the circumference and you have to find the radius or the diameter. We're still going to use the same two formulas that we learned yesterday. You might want to write these down. One of them is circumference equals pi times diameter, which is abbreviated C equals pi d. This is used if we know the diameter and we're looking for the circumference, or if we know the circumference and we're looking for the diameter. The other formula that we learned yesterday is circumference equals 2 times pi times radius. Or we can abbreviate it, C equals 2 pi r. This one is used if we're looking for the circumference and we know the radius, or if we have the circumference and we're looking for the radius. So whenever you're finding a problem, the first thing you should do is determine if you're using the diameter or the radius, because that's going to help you figure out which of these two formulas should you use. Let's look at our first example here. So example 1 says, the circumference of a circle is 6.28 yards. Find the diameter. Okay, so it says find the diameter here. That means that I'm going to be using this top formula, circumference equals pi times diameter. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. I'm going to write down the abbreviated form, C equals pi d. Then I'm going to plug things into this formula. Yesterday, we plugged in 3.14 for pi, and we plugged in a number for the diameter. Today, they're not telling us the diameter. That's what we're trying to find out, so that's going to stay a variable. What they're telling us is the circumference. So this says the circumference of a circle is 6.28 yards. So that means that 6.28 goes where the C is. So C gets turned into 6.28. For pi, I'm still putting in 3.14, and then D is going to stay D. That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to figure out the diameter. We can't multiply 6.28 and 3.14 because they're separated by this equal sign. Instead, I have to solve this equation. I have to try to get D alone to figure out what the diameter is. So, I have 6.28 equals 3.14d. This is multiplication. To undo multiplication, I use division. So to find the diameter, to get D alone here, I'm going to divide both sides by 3.14. 6.28 divided by 3.14 is going to give me 2. On the other side, 3.14 divided by 3.14 is 1d, which is the same thing as 2 equals d. So that means that my diameter is 2 yards. Now, on your homework tonight, I'm not going to have you write out that whole thing. I'm just going to have you put the number 2. Don't put 2 equals d, don't write out diameter, just put a 2 so that your answer matches the formatting that's in Google Classroom. Let's look at a second example. So example 2 is talking about radius now. So example 2 says, the circumference of a circle is 56.52. Find the radius. So the circumference of a circle is 56.52. We're looking for the radius here. Because it's talking about radius, I'm going to use this formula, the formula with radius in it. So I'm going to use circumference equals 2 times pi times radius, or C equals 2 pi r. So I'm going to go ahead and write down that formula. C equals 2 pi r. Now again, yesterday we had pi and we had r. Today we don't have r, that's what we're looking for. We have circumference. So this 56.52 is going where the C is. So we're going to have 56.52 equals, I bring down the 2, I bring down 3.14 for pi, and then I bring down r. So 3.14 is what I'm putting in for pi, and I bring down r. When you look at this, there is multiplication that you can do on one side of the equation. Since these are on the same side of the equation, I can multiply them. 2 times 3.14 is 6.28. I bring down the r. So now my equation is 56.52 equals 6.28r. So again, I have 56.52 equals 6.28r. 6.28r is multiplication. I have to try to get r alone. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6.28 to get rid of that multiplication. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 56.52 divided by 6.28, you can go ahead and use your calculator. So 56.52 divided by 6.28 is going to give us 9. On the other side, 6.28 divided by 6.28 is 1, so 1r. So now I've got 9 equals r. That means the radius is 9 centimeters, but on my homework, I would just write the number 9. I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, go ahead and email me. Have a wonderful day. Try your homework now. Bye.